Jake Gyllenhaal is a very busy man. He's taking on the big screen in the new movie Life, and he's belting it out on Broadway. And we had a chance to sit down and talk movies, music, and the one time our own George Stephanopoulos made him nervous. Take a look.
You guys got eyes on it anywhere?
Do you see it?
It's a race to save humanity in the sci-fi thriller Life, with Jake Gyllenhaal flying through zero gravity as Dr. David Jordan, leading a crew in a mission to discover life on Mars.
It's beautiful.
He said this quote, "I can't stand what they do to each other down there," to explain as to why he was up there.
Yeah.
Do you think he was hoping to discover something better?
Yeah, I think so. I think actually at the beginning of the movie, he looked at humanity and was a real cynic. It was interesting to play a character like that because I feel the same way sometimes about things that are going on down here. But I think being here and staying here, particularly in this country, you know, now and in the world, is the most important thing. Though, I mean, I'm down for space exploration, but I don't think you should send me up there.
All right.
They put you in a harness and then you're flying around. It's a strange thing for your brain to get around, but it's also really fun. And then sometimes, you know, there's, you know, the possibility of a little chafing and some, you know, rash. But you know from football gear, it's the same kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Well, we don't chafe where you're talking about chafing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Straps are put on a little different areas than that.
Nobody can do yours except you.
Ryan Reynolds,
Yeah.
he has a man crush on you. And he said you were one of the most interesting actors working in Hollywood today.
Well, I think he has fantastic taste, that's for sure.
I'll second his opinion.
Thank you. I think you have fantastic taste,
Thank
too.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dizzy from the heights.
The Oscar nominee is also on Broadway at the Ambassador Theater Group's newly renovated and reopened Hudson Theater, where he's starring in the revival of Sunday in the Park with George, about the painter George Seurat.
It's the closest thing to my heart of almost anything I've ever done, I have to say.
You have to do vocal warm-ups, I take it?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Can you teach me like just one quick one?
Well, you know, the one everybody does, all right? That's great. You can do it. Do you have a night free tonight? Because I'm a little tired. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, Michael? I want to hear you sing Sondheim.
And when the woman that you wanted goes, you can say to yourself, well, I give what I give.
I know our own George Stephanopoulos.
Yes.
He came to the play.
Yeah, and you know, it's Sunday in the Park with George. So every time I said the name, I just kept thinking of George. I literally was like, George Stephanopoulos is here. I keep saying George. No, literally, I come out in the first act and I'm like, all right, George, as long as it's your night, George. You know what's in the room, George. Another chromaloom, George. You know, so it's a lot of Georges.
This play is about beauty, it's about love, and it's about inspiration.
Yes.
What inspires you, man?
Wow. So many things inspire me. I got a note the other night from a couple whose child is suffering right now at St. Jude's and is going through chemotherapy, and through St. Jude's they came and got tickets, and it gave them a respite from everything that they were going through, and it gave them inspiration and it reconnected them. That's why I do what I do. To me, that connection is a deep inspiration.
When you walk up to this theater, it says Jake Gyllenhaal, radiant. And they got to add inspiring.
I think they have great taste.
They got to add
I have to say. I
inspiring
think they
to
have
that.
great taste.
They do have great taste. Thank you so much, man.
So nice
I
to see
appreciate
you,
it.
always.
Always. Had a great time with him, and I have to go see the show. And when he talked about George Stephanopoulos being in the audience and saying all these Georges, he said, I wanted to stop right after that and stand up and say, George Stephanopoulos is here. That's why I feel
The other George.
The other George.
But what a voice.
He is amazing. I saw it. He is amazing. I mean, he sings nearly the entire show. I mean, it's breathtaking.
Just another reason to love him. Yep.
Yeah.
What can't that man do?
I-
And you can go check him out in Life. It's in theaters now.